Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, January 11th. I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC Facebook and YouTube pages. We start with Holly for a check of today's frigid forecast.
Thanks, Danielle. Cold, but you know what? By the time we zip past this morning and into the afternoon, we're looking at a lot of clear skies. So that's going to be great to see sunshine. Not going to help our temperatures much, but the thing that will really be different compared to earlier this morning when wind chills were around 0 is that we'll hold in the 20s overnight. We'll see an increase in cloud cover, and then tomorrow we'll end up with highs 30s to around 40 degrees. We'll start to bring back snow chances late tomorrow and into Thursday. Again, this is scattered. It's not a major storm system. So as we look ahead, you'll see that reflected here on the 7-day forecast. Highs will be around 40 degrees tomorrow, as we just mentioned, then back down through those 30s for Thursday, Friday, a few flurries and snow showers at times. And then we do take another setback Saturday with 20s for highs. We'll be in the 30s Sunday and early next week. Danielle, back to you.
Thank you so much, Holly. And friends, family, and community members are preparing to say their final goodbyes to Officer Shane Bartek. Thousands attended calling hours yesterday ahead of his funeral this morning. The calling hours were at Grace Church on Pearl Road in Middleburg Heights. And today, funeral services for the fallen officer will be held at the same church at 10 this morning. Following a funeral procession, Officer Bartek will be buried at Holy Cross Cemetery in Brook Park. There, he will have full honors as an on-duty officer. They will play taps and have a gun salute. Meanwhile, the alleged murder suspect in Bartek's death, 18-year-old Tamara McLeod, is being held on a $5 million bond on a charge of aggravated murder. She is facing 10 additional charges. Another suspect in the case, Anthony Butler Jr., appeared in court on Monday. He is facing charges of fleeing, receiving stolen property, and several traffic offenses. His pretrial is scheduled for January 18th. Now to the latest on that tragic apartment fire in the Bronx. Several residents remain in the hospital in critical condition this morning. Authorities say 17 people died, 8 of those young children. Officials say the fire was sparked by a malfunctioning space heater and spread through the building when a self-closing door did not close. And that fire is prompting questions about using space heaters. The American Red Cross says heating sources are the second leading cause of house fires. And this morning, the Parma Fire Department has a few simple precautions to keep you safe.
So you don't want to use this as your primary source of heating. A couple other things that we recommend is never leave them unattended with children in the room. Never leave them in a child's room, and never leave them on when you're asleep at night. Turn them off. Unplug them, turn them off.
A few other important safety tips. Plug your space heater directly into a wall, not an extension cord. And it should be at least 3 feet away from anything flammable, including furniture and drapes. And try to buy new. We have more local headlines to get to now. Here are 3 things to know. Workers at a Cleveland Starbucks are looking to unionize. Around 20 workers at the Starbucks on West 6th Street in downtown filed their paperwork for the National Labor Relations Board. Workers have already filed for union representation at other Starbucks in Buffalo, Boston, Chicago, and Seattle. So far, the company is not commenting. A nationwide blood shortage is impacting Northeast Ohio. Vitalant, formerly known as LifeShare, is a nonprofit blood servicer provider that gives blood to about 10 of our local hospitals. The company is seeing a historic 2-year low, that low blood supply there. And in honor of National Blood Donor Month, Vitalant is holding a $5,000 giveaway to anyone who donates. You can make an appointment online. Okay, and it looks like your next trip to Cedar Point, oh boy, it's going to cost you a little more. For the upcoming 2022 season, if you buy a ticket at the gate, it will cost you $85. That's up $10 from last year. Also new this year, the park is going cashless, meaning just debit and credit cards will be accepted. Now let's get to the latest on coronavirus and the numbers here in Ohio. The state reported more than 18,000 new cases Monday and close to 300 hospitalizations in the last 24 hours. While our cases are above the 21-day average, our hospitalizations are down. Meanwhile, the U.S. has surpassed another grim milestone Monday. According to the latest NBC News tally, more than 61 million COVID-19 cases have been recorded since the pandemic began. It comes as the Omicron variant of the virus continues to surge. And Case Western Reserve University is making it easy for students, faculty, and staff looking for COVID-19 tests to find them. Case has converted 12 of its vending machines around campus, once filled with snacks and drinks, to now being stocked with PCR tests. Each vending machine holds up to about 250 tests, with staff collecting the samples up to twice a day, processing up to 7,000 a week. Those samples are then ran through the university's in-house lab at the School of Medicine, with test results coming back within 24 hours or less. The saliva-based PCR tests are free for all students, faculty, and staff with a valid school ID. And Akron City Council will be giving away free COVID tests this weekend. More than 3,000 at-home test kits will be given out during drive-through distribution events throughout the city this Saturday, January 15th. There will be 4 different distribution spots, and they are 5 points on West Exchange Street, the Summit Lake Community Center, Joy Park Community Center, and Kenmore High School. Tests are limited to 1 person in the vehicle, and masks are required. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Go starting at 4:30 a.m. Have a great day, everybody.